Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we need to reveal our 2 dad jokes of the day until we catch up. We are almost caught up. So, for August 20th, which was a Wednesday, did you hear about the cheese that's been working out? Dude's shredded. All right, and for Thursday, August 21st, a century ago, 2 brothers decided it was possible to fly. And as you can see, they were right. All right, the Wright brothers. I'm actually still going to poll my members for the joke for tomorrow. So if you have a dad joke that you would like me to feature tomorrow, then and you're a member, then feel free to leave a comment. And whether you're a member or not, feel free to upvote the ones that are your favorite. All right, cool. Well, we also, speaking of members, we are still at 169. If you would like to help us reach that 200 member goal, then you can hit that join button under the video. You get some nice perks along with that. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got smartwatch, bowl, oil, chicanery, coolant, podcast, hippodrome, whatever that is, vape, legerdemain, legerdemain. I have no idea what that is. Crypto, deceit, fuel, Colosseum. I never remember the different spellings of Colosseum. They kind of refer to different things. Subterfuge, brake fluid, and stadium. I'm really hoping we're using letters from legerdemain and hippodrome, because I have no idea what those are. I mean, hippo starts with hippo. This ends in Maine. This ends in Rome. Huh, okay. Let's hold off on that one. I am wearing purple, so I am going to try to get purple first. So let's pull up our pen tool here. But let's look at what we've got first. Smartwatch is one word. Colosseum spelled this way. Is that the one in Rome, or is that like a stadium? I think that's the one that's like the stadium. You got a Colosseum, a stadium, a ball. This is just, they've had this category before. This is where you play sports in. Is a hippodrome somewhere you play sports in? I don't even know. You don't play sports in a smartwatch. Podcast. I'm thinking about how podcast starts with pod. I don't know if that's where cat ends in cast. Seat, fuel, subterfuge. I'm gonna circle these. I don't know. Maybe hippodrome or legerdemain is some kind of sports stadium thing, but I doubt it's purple. But we're gonna circle these and assume that that's a category. I don't know. Is bowl the actual building? I know there's like Super Bowl, right? I don't know. Chicanery, like you're up to, yeah, like a deceit, I think goes with it. Chicanery is like you're being deceitful. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Stop with the chicanery. Anyway, subterfuge, deceit, chicanery. These certainly go together. They're what do you call it? They're synonyms. So we're gonna mark that yellow for now. But what would be the other one? Chicanery, deceit, subterfuge. Not crypto, fuel, vape. Maybe vape. I don't know. Maybe I think vapor could be it. Like what you're speaking is vapor, like very metaphorical. But I don't think vape would be it. So I can't find a fourth for that either. It's unfortunate. Things people are in their 20s are into: crypto, vaping, and podcasts. And smartwatches. I don't know. Coolant and fuel and oil are all like liquids that go in your car. And brake fluid. Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to mark that green, but that could easily be yellow. These are just like maintenance things for your car, like things your car just keeps needing more and more of, liquidy wise. That's probably exactly what the category is. Things your car needs more and more of, liquidy wise. All right. So crypto, like cryptocurrency. It's not Superman's dog. Superman's dog is spelled with a K. Actually, I guess it was Supergirl's dog. Anyway, crypto, vape, pod. I honestly like. Do those go together? Um, Maybe a hippodrome is some kind of coliseum type thing. What's a ledger domain? I wish I knew what that meant. I'm worried we have to know what it means. Oftentimes when they do a really weird word, it's just because we're supposed to use letters from it. What would we use from this, though? Just main at the end? Because I'm not seeing other things. Only thing I can think of is that these, like, one of these is a sports thing and the other one is you're being deceitful. So let's, what if this was in yellow? I know the color's different. I can't I can't pick the same color each time. Red I can do. And then this is the sport arena. And then that would mean this is things bros are into. I don't know which one's purple, or I know I used red for this one. I don't know which one's purple. I mean, of these, I guess I would make the red the purple. Because what the heck's a hippodrome? I don't know, maybe not. It's just trivia. None of them are wordplay. I do think that yellow and green, like I think that green is going to be our yellow. It's just the most straightforward like thing. You put these in your car. Yellow has ledger domain in it, and then what I have red here has hippodrome in it. But I'm thinking maybe this is green, and then okay, I'm gonna do these four as purple and just see if that's true. Modern inventions, okay, and it was purple. I'm just gonna clear this out. So what did I think blue was? Probably chicane. That just because they're difficult words. Chicanery, ledger domain, whatever that is. Subterfuge, and deceit. I'm just gonna make that blue. Skullduggery. Okay. And then I think that hippodrome, stadium, coliseum, and bowl are going to be green. It's just like sport arenas. Nice. And then we have, what did I say? Things your car needs more and more of. Liquidy type. Liquids you put into cars. Yeah. That's what I said. Not my car. Let's see. What does my car actually need? I suppose it does need brake fluid. I don't think it needs coolant. It doesn't need fuel, and it doesn't need oil. Yeah, so basically with an electric car, you just have to tire rotate and check your brakes. That's about it. And then your battery dies eventually. All right, cool. Wow, you had to know the meanings of these, but I just kind of vibed them out. I think this one was hard. I really think this should have just been like things bros are into. Okay. Difficulty. I'm going to give it a 3.5. That's probably too high. And I'm going to give it a 55% solve rate. But I mean, it could easily go differently. I might be way off today. We've got a very smart watch here saying pi is 2.3. I don't think so. Okay. A little off from 3.5. They said it was 1.8. Okay. This can't possibly be the easiest of the whole week. Like, there's no way. Was it? I guess just stick the bot. Okay, it was the easiest of the week. Okay, I was way off. Okay, I was giving myself way too much credit on that one. Was I the only one who struggled? I don't think I've ever seen a 95% solve rate. That's insanely high. I guess it's like, maybe it's one of those where it takes a little time to like do it, but like there's no red herrings. There's nothing to make mistakes on. my order, I got reverse rainbow is 1 in 144, 114. That's a pretty pretty large number of people getting reverse rainbow with no mistakes. People are getting yellow first, second, very evens out, just not getting purple. I mean, there is only 5% of people lost. So what is this, Steven? There's someone who lost who didn't get yellow, which is a little sad. I mean, I guess there's people who lost who got nothing. Yeah, like what's there even to look at here? What are the mistakes people are making? Putting crypto in with trickery, that's a vibe. Putting hippodrome in with this because you don't. It's like these are the 4 words. I don't know what they mean. 4 big words. Putting ledge domain in with the stadium stuff. Okay. Putting vape in with deceit. I almost said that. I said if it was vapor, I might have thought about doing that. Beginning with a word. Smart, chic, ledger, and subter. I don't know about subter. Okay. What are people doing first? Yellow, green, blue, purple. So all the correct ones are first before any mistakes. Yeah, there's not much to analyze on this one. 95% is insane. Yeah, I can't believe that's probably the most off my estimate's been in a very long time. All right. How'd you do? Alrighty, we're going to play the hard pips. We have just 2 different boards. Interesting. So we have a 3 here. There's a couple 3s. All right. These are all equal. See, I tried to block. It's my video speed controller that's bringing up that 1.0. I tried to block it from the site, but it didn't work. This is just greater than 2. Where's our in here? Oh, these add to 4. So we need either blanks or all 1s. It could be all 1s. Do we need blanks elsewhere? I don't know why the site thinks it's a video. That's a 6. That's a 6. So how many 6s do we have? We have a bunch of 6s. Okay, I'm gonna assume we need all 1s here. So we're gonna do the 6-1 here to get that 6-1 out of the way. We're gonna do a 1-1 here. And then these are all equal. They could be all blanks because we have a 6 blank here. And then we have a blank blank here. And then we have a 1 blank here. A little bit of guesswork involved here. I rotated that wrong. This is just greater than 2. So we need a 6 that's connected to a greater than 2. So that's this one. And then the 6 with the 2 goes the other way. There might be more than one way to actually do this. And then this 3 has to go into here. I mean, I think this is it. There we go. 120. I mean, there was a little bit of logic there, but it was mostly like vibing it, which I think is kind of how you have to do these quickly. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if I like having 2 completely separate areas to fill. Like I like when they're all connected, but I mean, I get it's not my puzzle. they're experimenting with different ways to do it. Yeah, interesting. The equal was the blanks. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. It's the big one today. Hairstyle made popular by the Beatles. Well, I don't know the name of that. Is it just a bowl cut? No. Doing amazingly in slang. Director's words at the end of a take. Cut? That's a wrap. I don't know. Blank the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Serious wrongdoing. Like a crime. Camera attachment. Like a zoom lens or something. Let's try it. TZ. Let's just check this right now. Eponym of the New York City deli featured in When Harry Met Sally. Maybe it's cats or something. All right. Spice in a pumpkin spice latte. What is the spice in a pumpkin spice? What is pumpkin spice? I don't actually know. Like cinnamon or something? Come down to earth. I'm not sure. Yellow creature in Despicable Me. That's the minion. Teen who exclusively listens to music from the 70s, say. Like a retro? Not retro. I'm not sure. Opposite of thanks in texting. You're welcome? I would put no problem, NP, but... Or is the opposite of thanks like no thanks? Anyway, behavioral quirk. I'm not sure. Like a tick, maybe? I thought that was CK, though. Yeah, let's not do that. Tournament favorite. The top seed. Longing for. Yearning. I mean, it's probably an ing word. I don't know what else. Hamilton bills. Those are... Oh, those tens? I think those are tens. Sin. Yeah, serious wrongdoing is a sin. Okay, what else we have? New York City Commuting Org. Oh, what do they call their metro? Is it Met? Probably not. Letters after JK. Just kidding. LOL. Maybe. Hairstyle. I still don't know the hairstyle. Doing amazingly in slang. Director's words at the end of a take. And cut. Maybe it's and something. I'm not sure. Let's pencil a D. Spice. What is the spice? I don't think it's going to be LOL then. Spice and a pumpkin spice nutmeg? Maybe it's nutmeg. JK. Letters after JK. JKLM. Oh, it's literally the alphabet. LMN. NYC. Is it MTC or something? I don't know what it is. Teen. An old soul is the teen who listens to the 70s music. Come down to earth. Land. MTA. Maybe it's like Metro Transit Authority or something. Hairstyle. What is the hairstyle? Mop top. I think it's mop top, but then it's not top seed. Let's look at these downs again. Opposite of thanks, please. Please is not the opposite of thanks. The opposite of thanks would be something rude, right? Anyway, behavioral quirk. Maybe it is tick. And scene. Doing amazingly. Killing it. All right, this was a tough one. One seed. Do people really say the one seed? I thought they said top seed. Anyway, so crosswords aren't always the most common way to say something. And then pining. He's pining for the fjords. All right. Cool. I mean, this one wasn't easy. I think I did okay. How'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is rub it in, why don't you? And I'm just going to try to enjoy it. I'm not going to complain about strands anymore. Rub it in, why don't you? So we could be talking about erasing things. That would be fun. Like you rub an eraser. But it could also just be more specific, not more specific, more in line with what the phrase actually means. Like you're not necessarily insulting, but you're like, what is it? Like you're what's the word? I feel like knowing the word is important because we're looking for those words. You did something correctly and they didn't, and you're rubbing it in. You're gloating. Gloating is probably what I'm. Yes, gloating is the word I was looking for. Unfortunately, gloating is not here. What's going on here? Like this MCLB. Like what's this M gonna do? Actually, that's a really good question. Maybe we end in LM. Maybe there's something that ends in LM. That's the only thing I can think actually works here. So like balm? You rub in a balm? Okay. Yeah. So are these just like chapstick type things? Or just general lotions? Do I see lotion? I thought I saw lotion, but oh yeah, I do. I see lotion. So like lotion, balm. Yeah, what I don't know what the spanogram's going to be, but we have this J here. Like a jelly? Okay. And a Zers. Hold on. What is the Z doing? Risers. Okay, let's look over here. A jelly, a lotion, a balm. Like what? How many words are there for the same thing? What else do you rub on your skin? Like cream? Cream for sure. There's cream. And then we've got butter. Okay. So this, our spanogram has to end in S here. Interesting. Because we're not doing SR. So our spanogram ends right there because this is filled. And this is almost filled except the S. So maybe it is an Izers thing. Moisturizers. There we go. Okay. And then we've got Vezar. There's 2 words left. Emulsifier? No, emulsifier is different. I'm not sure what we're starting with here. Vasar. I don't know what this S is doing. Are we doing an RS word? Have they all? They haven't all been plural. In fact, only moisturizers has been plural. So, is there like a VE ending? Maybe. A salve. Yeah, salve. I never know whether to say salve or salve. Anyway, maybe I'll look it up. Immerse. What actually is this? Serum. There we go. Serum. Okay, that was not bad. I'm going to look up at least how American Google says to pronounce SALVE. We'll listen together. Salve. Okay, they say the L. Salve. So, at least according to American Google, salve. That's what I'll say now. Okay. Cool. Let's yeah, not much to say about the game. Let's pull up the bonus wheel. All right, let's give it a spin, see what we're playing today. Looks like we're playing Symbol, one of my favorite games. So this one was suggested by Sown Flower in Blue. Let's load it up. Alrighty, now for Symbol, I always like to start with Blaze. Tradition. One of the few games I always have a consistent start. Now, we're going to assume there's no Z in the word. So we're going to assume this purple sun here is not green. So I'm going to assume it's yellow, because it's less common than the 3 blues. Now, of course, it could be something like starting with BLA, like the word could be black, but I think more likely is that we're doing something like AL at the end or EL, something along those lines. Maybe something like novel would be a good guess here. Ooh, okay, so what does this mean? So we know that blue star isn't green because the A was there and then the V was there, and they both got a blue star. So it is not a BLA word, so we've confirmed that. I think we might have an O second. I think that this might be the green. And then that means that we do VO. So why am I saying that? Well, the EL would have pointed at the first slot. If it was supposed to be E or L in the first slot, it would have pointed to that instead of at the end because it prefers to do early ones for the yellow. So it has to be not EL, and it has to be not N, and the O is used for the green. So it would be forced to be VO. And then now this letter is something we used in both Blaze and Novel, but not fourth. So it has to be the L. And then this has to be the A or the B or the Z at the end. I'm thinking it's the A. And so I think we are voila. And voila, got it in 3. Nice. My logic was probably only easy to follow if you know how the game works already. A while ago, I did publish a video where I very, very carefully went over exactly how Symbol works. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll try to dig it up. Cool. Well, that was fun. I like getting Symbol in 3. 4 is kind of my par. If I get in 4, that's just like, okay, normal game. 3, really enjoy getting 3. Let me look at my stats, actually. How do I get to my stats? Is it just this? No. Maybe if I just refresh. There we go. So yeah, I've gotten 10 3s and 10 4s, a 5 and a 6 so far. Unfortunately, when I got my new computer, my stats reset. I had over 1,000 games of Symbol with no losses. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you would like to watch Wordle, a little bit less complicated than Symbol, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I created today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.